Oh, we're going. We're live. We didn't rehearse any of this, so we're just gonna like simultaneously bust into song, or just go, "Welcome to the AgonyCast." Or, like, thanks, Johnny.
Hold on, I can ASMR it. I can ASMR it. Hi, welcome to the Agony Podcast.
Shut up, Loki. Hi, welcome to the Agony Podcast. It's gonna be mostly me bullying Loki.
It's mostly gonna be you two bullying the shit out of each other while I watch.
Shut up, Johnny.
God damn it!
Okay, alright, you're recording though, right? You're recording?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Okay.
We did the whole iCarly countdown thing.
Shut up. Okay, I think we should all introduce ourselves first. Okay, so I'll go first. My name is Loki. Online I'm known as Ghost Boy. I make content. It's not good, but I make it.
It's content.
And I draw, and I also, get really obsessive about my interests, and my entire personality was taken from a Minecraft YouTuber when I was 12. That's all. That's all.
Which YouTuber?
It is Minecraft.
Oh.
Yeah!
One Minecraft
And that's all
YouTuber I
you
never
know about
watched.
me.
I watched like all of them except for maybe Stampy Longhead too. I didn't watch a few.
I watched him.
Alright,
Stampy and Sky were like two guys.
Jimmy John, dude, you're funny.
I'm Jonathan, otherwise known as Self.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I have crippling depression. That's the most accurate summary I can give you people. I have depression.
You gotta talk about how you're an anime protagonist, IRL.
I mean,
Hi, my
really...
name's Davin, and I'm the resident Chad of the group.
You're the one with an actual social life?
No. I play Persona games. Do you think I have an
Persona is your social life?
I have an anime profile picture. Do you think I have a social life?
Well, actually, it's an anime that was based on a video game.
I am the president of Anime Club.
I have art drawn by a friend.
Shut up, secretary.
What the fuck do you mean secretary? I'm not even your secretary! I'm not even the cabinet!
I don't know if I am the cabinet.
Well, I was
the cabinet!
Anyway.
I was the secretary.
Yeah, alright.
I guess like also there should be a clarification. In the background is my fiance Hyde. He hates me very much. We have. I can't say that joke. That's a very bad joke.
Very carefully.
Anyways, we have a very You see, our bromance is just so strong that we're getting married.
Romance.
Our bromance is so strong.
That is not how you should describe a lover.
It's a great podcast. Already. I can tell you, we're on par with the greatest, Larry King. Miles away. Alright, so, usually the format we chose is, we're normally going to pick 3 random topics off of a wheel, ignoring PILF, DILFs, and MILF every single time. And the 3 ones we ended up with this time are anime we dislike and why, childhood stories, anime or shows we like, each submitted by a single person, but we're going to talk about them for, like, say an hour. And it is
at least however long we keep the conversation going for.
Yeah, it's also pretty much 11:30 at night, and I worked a very long day at a funny, wacky gas station.
He's very tired. I just got out of a multi-hour game of Valorant and Warframe, and Loki is Loki. You're fucking losers. Shh! Oh my... I tried to draw today, and I couldn't, but it's okay, because I'm gonna go back on my pencil.
In summary, we're all just kinda dead.
That's crazy.
So this is gonna be a very interesting conversation between the 3 of us.
We didn't figure out who was actually, like, gonna be hosting the first episode. I just realized.
You said I was gonna do it because you said I was the heart of the podcast.
So host. Do the funny.
You said...
Normally that's the intro. Oh god.
Well, we all... Okay, so, basically, you already explained, like, how it's gonna work, and we're gonna do the first,
we're gonna do the first subject, which is animes we dislike and why.
My Hero Academia.
Okay, you know what?
We're starting off strong.
I'm so sorry.
Alright, alright, that's yours. Mine is called Be the Beginning. It's a Netflix anime. Well, it's not a Netflix anime, it's an anime that's on Netflix, and it is the worst fucking anime to exist. Johnny, what's yours?
Imagine watching anime on Netflix.
You're asking me a very loaded question when I've actively watched bad content.
Yeah, that's a fair point, Johnny. You've probably seen the worst.
So Boku no Pico.
I've never seen that actually. I have never seen that.
I've seen Boku no Pico.
I know it exists. I know like snippets. I never wanted to watch it personally because I don't want to expose myself to that kind of hellfire.
Well, you know, Cactuan's voice actor from JoJo actually voices in.
Well, here's the thing. When I get sent to hell, I want God to at least not immediately put me in there. I want him to think for a minute.
I want to show God Boku no Pico. He's gonna actively send me straight
going to hell.
That, or I'm going to ascend with the angels and become the new God.
You're gonna attack and dethrone God because you watched Boku no Pico.
That, and then I'm gonna blast Persona music, and I'm gonna.
Do we need a specific show in mind here?
My Hero Academia.
You know what? I will say the anime I watched, and I won't pick one I actively hated because there's no anime I like genuinely despise. At least like ones that I can talk about reasonably. So the one I dislike or I think had good potential was Guilty Crown.
Okay.
So can I, since I have the momentum, should I just go off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so this is a problem I have with like a bunch of different series, but I think like Guilty Crown is the most guilty.
How's it spelled?
Guilty Crown?
Literally Guilty Crown Loki.
No, wait, hold on. I mean, wait, hold on.
Fuck.
Wait. Never mind, go ahead.
Question.
Never mind, go ahead. Just go ahead. I just wanted to look up what it looks like. Go.
Okay.
Show me. Go ahead.
Yeah. So. So like with Guilty Crown, it has like I don't know if like you or Davin can like agree with me on this because this is a very like
I've seen every single anime to exist.
This is a very like
he especially really liked Boku no Pico.
I did.
That's not a good sign. That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing.
When the ice cream dropped, it was all over.
You're going to jail.
You can't stop God.
Why did you hesitate to answer that?
You can't stop me.
Okay, so Guilty Crown, like, it has this habit of, I think, like, a lot of anime, not specifically just, like, the sci-fi genre, at least in my opinion.
I think I just... sorry. No, I didn't.
But, like, Guilty Crown has this habit, like, I think Guilty Crown started too strong, and then, like, everything else about Guilty Crown just could not hook me.
Wasn't Guilty Crown a
That's what I said about your mom.
Guilty Crown, you're thinking of Guilty Gear.
Oh, Guilty Gear, that's right.
Yeah, I've played Guilty Gear, good game. But,
both fighting games.
Yeah, but, like, Guilty Crown, it started super strong, and then just couldn't hook me. And I don't know if that's the general opinion with, like, people on Guilty Crown. That's at least my opinion, because generally I think Guilty Crown is seen as, like, a super divisive, I think that's a good way to put it, like, a super divisive show.
Mm-hmm.
Because you either get two things. You either get people who really like Guilty Crown and think it's one of the best shows ever, or people think it's like okay and that like isn't amazing but isn't terrible. And then you have like people who just despise Guilty Crown. But I mean, like that's kind of guaranteed for any person, I say.
Guilty Crown sounds like a porn star name.
Nah.
Kind of.
Listen, I could literally bust out my Monogatari book right here. I have the entire Light Novel series.
That is a threat!
I will read page 17 of Kizumonogatari.
Not a couple.
I will find the toothbrush scene.
Okay, moving on.
It's a Nisei Monogatari.
Moving on. Moving straight away from that.
Stop.
Just generally, Guilty Crown, I think, suffers from starting far too strong and like it can never pick back up for me. Again, there's probably like multiple other people who could prove me wrong because I obviously didn't see the full show.
Mm-hmm. Well,
oh wow, could not hook me.
Contrary to popular belief,
although
I've actually never seen.
I was just about to say, just it had Hiroyuki Sawano, which obviously means all the music was good.
Yeah.
So,
Meanwhile,
The main character looks like a fuckboy.
Loki, you can't look stuff up while being in the Discord call. It'll mess up your internet.
I'm looking it up on the fucking computer. Shut up.
It still pulls from the same internet source.
okay.
Yeah, but shut up. Just shut up.
Let me also just add one more thought
sorry.
in with fucking Guilty Crown.
I think there's something weird in my okay. This is a little off topic. I think there's something weird in my rap, and I'm a little concerned
That's great.
because
Shut
I still
up.
ate it.
Johnny has the floor.
I have the microphone.
I say, interrupting him constantly.
Oh, I've been interrupting myself. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I interrupt your mom. Oh, got him.
Mama,
Loki, I know where you're living.
oh,
Please
God.
don't. No, you don't.
I will dox you.
Okay.
Anyway.
Should I add in? Can I add in another show that I
Oh,
think?
absolutely. If it's not My Hero Academia, what's even the point?
Why do you? What is your fucking issue, Jesus?
Literally the worst shonen I've ever seen.
Listen, my issue with My Hero Academia is that it demonizes the villains. The villains are in the complete right, and they're the best part about the show and the
Well,
manga.
you are an aggressive villain sympathizer in any scenario.
You
That is
literally
not
have
true.
Nagato as
That
a
is
profile
not
picture.
You are. I was about to say you are literally the
Nagato
one
is
with
not
Nagato.
considered a villain. He's considered an anti-hero. Fuck off.
He's a loser because he's in a Danganronpa game. If he was in any other thing, maybe he'd be moderately cool.
You know what? That is a moderately fair assumption to make.
Same deal with My Hero Academia, even, actually. I don't even like Danganronpa because for the same reasons I don't like My Hero Academia. I hate My Hero Academia, but my god, the Rule 34 is pretty good. Most of the time.
I feel like you just hate Danganronpa because I like it.
That was a catalyst, but...
I'm sorry, that fucking killed me.
Dude, you will hate on things that I like.
That's because that's
Like-
Danganronpa.
No, but you hate things that I like.
I was exposed to Danganronpa because of you, and I hate you forever because of it.
Well,
Do you hate? Wait, okay. Do you hate
Okay.
Dream SMP? Do you hate Dream SMP because
I
I
do.
like it?
Not because
That's
you,
the
not
thing, you
because
hate
of you
it because I like
specifically.
it.
I just don't like Dream SMP because I don't like Dream SMP. I don't.
No, you hate it because you don't like me.
No, I hate it because I don't
You hate
like
it because you don't
Dream.
like me. You hate it because you don't like me.
This is a generation of Minecraft YouTubers I just don't watch. My YouTube
You know what?
career
I
now.
bet you also hate Akechi because I like him. You hate everything that I like. Okay, it's not about you being critical. It's about you hating things that I like. Why?
I think you're reaching a little bit. I think you're reaching into the void and trying to pull out nothing.
Yeah, obviously I'm reaching into the void. I'm obviously.
Akechi's good, but he gets excessive. He's annoying in the beginning.
He's the
annoying
best
up
character
until
in Persona. The best character in Persona.
he's annoying up until Royal. Like,
Yeah, he's annoying until Royal because he's not being himself, and then when he's being himself, he's like the best character.
yeah, but that's only what.
You know what? That is.
quarter
I think something we can all kind of collectively agree on. Akechi is like a complete shitlord at the beginning of the game until we get to end game of
Exactly.
Royal.
I gave that man a bath of roses when I.
He's better. He's better in the first
It's in a
semester.
game. I gave that man exactly the same gift that he would absolutely despise the most, just to make sure I would stall my social link. To make sure he just doesn't enjoy it.
So with that, just because I wanted to bring this up, since we're going off topic, but we've gone off the rails so fast, we might as well just keep going off rails a bit longer, you know?
Pat out the one time.
I think the main problem. This is also a pretty decent conversation we can all have because we've all played Persona 5 or at least seen all of Royal at this point, correct?
Yeah,
I'm actually going through my second playthrough.
Yeah.
I'm on my sixth playthrough.
I feel like Royal genuinely fixes a lot of the problems that, at least the story-wise, that original P5 had.
Oh yeah, that's the whole point of Royal. I feel.
Yeah.
They added
I
characters.
never played Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
They added characters to better explain the lore, I feel, and especially Maruki, because during Maruki's therapy sessions, you actually get to learn the characters a little bit more.
Really hot.
Okay. And of course, he has the Salt Bay moment in the park. which is great. And
You'll
theme is ballin'.
Well, I mean, like, I never played, like, the original Persona 5, but,
Big
like,
fan.
because... Shut the fuck up. But because, like, I was like, oh, hey, I want to know, like, what was, like, so different about Persona 5, so I basically read up on it. And I had this one friend who, like, he's, like, the reason why I bought Persona in the first place, because he would tell me about it. And so I basically know, like, I know, like, all the differences between the games, and I'm like, I'm really glad I didn't play the original Persona game, because, like, that's just dumb. And especially with, like, especially with a lot of the characters, they just have, like, shit that they do, and it doesn't make any sense. And it's like... Or it's like, fucking, literally like Akechi's character, it's just like, oh, here's the 180, and there's no explanation behind it. That's just all there is to it, and then it's just like, oh, and then a Royal, it's like, oh, no, here, you get more explanation behind why he's like this, and there you go, and it's like, oh, hey, that's nice, you fleshed out one of the characters, and they tried to flesh out Haru.
Which I appreciate. I appreciate because I like Haru. They tried, and
I like
Haru.
Hold on, what tier is Haru for you, Jimmy John? This is gonna be...
I feel like if I answer this question, I'm gonna die.
Haru is an easy F tier.
Really?
Worst girl.
Really?
And that's after the twin lollies.
Okay.
No!
I don't know if I can answer this question without having Davin come to my house.
Go on, explain why Haru is supposedly best girl.
She's not best girl. My best girl is Kasumi, which is...
That's understandable, that's understandable. But it's not Futaba, so I mean, you go on.
I think best girl's Anne, honestly.
Ugh.
Fair enough.
Literally just an Instagram model, like, come on.
No, she's funny. She's funny.
Also, I will say, genuinely, you could do worse.
You could pick the lollies, yeah. Or
you could have gone to jail!
You could also like Haru. That's like a... there's a...
Okay, wow, okay, we're going there.
I mean, personally, if I'm being entirely honest, I just don't like Futaba. I don't like her.
That's fair.
Wow. Okay. Go on.
Why am I the one with the brain cell here between the three of us?
You know how you don't like things that I like, Davin? Well, I don't like Futaba because you like her. Yeah.
Futaba's great. Listen.
She's a Redditor. She's canonically a Redditor.
Which is why she's the best. She canonically says Kek. She says Kek, and I think she also says cringe at one point. Which, like, immediate. That's like a bing bong best girl. That's like in Persona 3.
You're unactivated!
That's like in Persona 3 when you have like the gamer girl socially.
Wait. Who is worst girl?
Is actually from Strikers, Alice. I don't fucking like Alice. And I don't like how the game tries to make me sympathize with her. It's like, oh, but she... They try to get you to sympathize with her, and I'm like, okay, granted I didn't finish it because I'm still in the middle of playing Strikers, but like, everyone, it's just like, oh, I feel bad for Alice, and I'm like, I don't feel bad for Alice, she's just basically a female Kamoshida, it's weird. Like, could you imagine if it was if it was like a guy doing the shit that Alice does? It'd be fucking weird.
Every single time, I don't know, I've fallen out with Strikers a little bit, just because, ever since I figured out how to cheese the bosses, they're just the same, literally just spam triangle and Joker can't get hit, and the game auto-tracks to the boss.
You know who would a really good character for Strikers?
Kasumi? Or sorry.
No,
Kasumi, right?
no, Akechi!
Well, I mean, to be fair, Kasumi would be a good addition.
So, okay, hold on. Do we want to be relatively spoiler-free and say Kasumi?
Yeah, that's a good question! That is a good question! Can we be spoiler-free?
I don't know.
The game's been out for like a year.
Royal has been out for a while.
We'll just refer to them as Yoshizawa.
Yeah, Yoshizawa for the...
but that implication means that there's something going on!
Shut up.
We can cut this out.
Don't think deeper.
We can cut this out.
We can't, we have the technology.
We have technology!
We're not cavemen. We have technology.
So, okay, should I justify why I like Haru?
Yeah, absolutely try to defend yourself.
Okay, listen, you know what, I agree with Davin. Haru kinda sucks.
Okay, I won't deny...
I like flowers!
I won't deny that, like, Haru has, like, the worst characterization because the writers put her... Like, they made Haru, by default, one of the last party members you get, so she's not gonna have any screen time.
They could give Futaba no screen time, And you know what? She'd be best girl. Because she says keck and cringe.
I think your standards for waifu are a little shit, Davin.
4chan exists in Persona 5. Which exists in Persona 4.
It's obviously Yusuke. Okay,
yes, truly.
Ryuji best boy.
Fair enough.
He's so hot.
Ryuji's able to cripple your kneecaps because he himself used to have crippled kneecaps, so he knows exactly where to hit.
No.
Yeah. Face the hard facts.
Okay.
No, wait,
I keep getting sidetracked. So, like, here's my reasoning behind liking Haru, and this is totally just because of me.
My dad's dead. My fiance is me.
Let Johnny have the floor. This is important.
Like, I get why you guys don't like Haru. This is entirely my bias, but generally we're gonna have bias when talking about best girls, so not best girls.
Go on.
Yeah. So my reason for liking Haru is just because I really enjoy her personality, which weird. It's standard guess.
What personality?
I just like fluffy sweet lady.
Dude, liking Haru is like liking Mahiro from fucking Danganronpa. Like, it's like liking her. She's the most boring fucking character.
Liking Haru is like saying a piece of dirt is best girl. That's like actively going out of your way, digging up dirt, and then, like, there might be a worm inside it. I don't know. This worm is best girl, I guess. I don't know.
I think it's less that I like what the game did with her, more like what I like with the fandom.
I mean, you just
actually gives her personality.
You know what? Okay, I think my best girl is definitely Anne, because Anne's funny, and she's hot.
I agree on being hot, however.
She's funny. To me, she's funny. Like, I know. It's like, she's not as funny as Futaba, because Futaba makes better jokes.
Futaba is a canonical 4chan user, and elite hacker of Anonymous.
Dude, if she's a 4chan user, you know what that means. You know what kind of crowd the 4chan crowd is.
I go to 4chan all the time. Green texts are the funniest thing you can find this day.
Honestly, green texts are fucking hilarious. Green texts are fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So many of my favorite pictures stem from 4chan, one of which being just the meme of, what was it? It was strawberry, or needles found in strawberries, Andrew's hundreds. It just goes over to a soy jack of an Australian guy. Just, what am I gonna do? And then just close up of him with a needle and a strawberry. It is the funniest thing. I have to find that.
I think we are on the two opposite sides of the internet, because my favorite memes are the Tumblr memes.
One of my favorite memes that never fails to make me laugh.
Is it the fucking poop water one?
Shut up. It's not just the poop water one.
Were they correct? Were they correct?
The poop water one is good. It's very good. But I'm talking about check out how hard I can pee. It's so good.
Okay, I'm in the weird in between you two, because I enjoy both 4chan and Tumblr memes, but there's also the occasional funny Reddit moment.
Oh, okay, you're right. We have the three musketeers: Tumblr, Reddit, and 4chan.
Wholesome 100.
I do not claim to be a Redditor. I have never made a single post of Reddit.
Wait, Loki, hold on. How much karma do you have? Let me see. How much Reddit karma do you have? Let's flex.
Oh, I gotta look. Give me a second.
I have 6,538 Reddit karma.
I have none.
I have 6,758.
Oh, it's because of your low effort Danganronpa post, isn't it?
No, it's because of my Danganronpa post about Danganronpa fans sucking asshole, and then
everybody agreed.
Wait, okay, can I tell? Okay, I know we're still off topic, but can I talk about
I mean, we kind of throw the topics to the side, or might as well just go with it.
Yeah. Can I please talk about the tragedy that happened on the Danganronpa subreddit?
I literally could not care less whatsoever.
Okay. So basically r/Danganronpa, they do things sometimes where they make contests where you can submit memes, and there was a cosplay contest, and there was an art contest, and it was a meme contest. And it was a big fun of Danganronpa fans, which if you're not familiar with the fandom is
terrifying.
It's fucking horrible. Ugh. Everyone's like, oh my god, the Minecraft YouTube fandom is so bad, but considering that when I joined that I had just gotten out of the Danganronpa fandom, yeah, trust me, It is nowhere near.
Okay, here's the as a Danganronpa fan, a long time one, might I add. Like, I'm a long time Danganronpa fan. I've never participated in the community.
Academia fans.
Dude, I've been in, I've been in a lot of fandoms. I've been in fandoms since I was, 12, and I've been in, some of the worst fandoms imaginable. So, Danganronpa is definitely in there. It is definitely in there. It is so fucking bad. Anyways, so basically what happened is that it was hey, let's, make fun of Danganronpa fans, and so I had participated because, but, what I did, which I like to think I was a little bit of a revolutionary at the time, everyone was making memes where it's just Danganronpa fans always be here's my ooh soft boy that I don't like. Basically all the memes were making fun of people who like certain characters.
Hey guys, it's me, Koichi. Sorry, Kokichi.
Yeah,
Koichi. That is the wrong show!
Yeah, sorry. Speaking of Koichi, let's move over to
No,
shut up, we're talking about JoJo now.
Let him finish, let him finish.
In one day, I saw, fucking so many memes that were just people making fun of people for liking, Kokichi and Nagito, and it's that's all you have to say? So I made a meme, and it was, making fun of Danganronpa fans for, being piss babies and not letting people like what they like. And then I basically sparked a bunch of people making those memes, so then the contest turned into, people who are making memes hey, why do you care so much about, what ships or, what characters people like, and then other ones were ooh, soft boys, ooh.
Did you, start a war?
There is no way you incited a race war within Danganronpa. There's no way you incited a war.
I was one of the first people to do it. There was, probably, there might have been, a few people before me, but, mine got, fucking 1,000 notes, or, almost 1,000 notes. Mine was, one of the first ones. I was one of the first people. I wasn't the first person, but I think I was definitely, one of the first people.
Damn.
There were people who were commenting on my post that were you just like your yaoi ships, right? And I'm what? I literally, all my meme was about was just, letting people ship or, like characters that they like, and that you shouldn't be a fucking huge piss baby about it. But I'm not kidding you, there was, I would literally scroll through, and it would either be, 10 plus memes of people, making fun of people for, the characters or the ships they like, or, 10 plus memes of people making fun of people for being piss babies about it. And I was hey, mine's getting pretty popular, and mine has, a lot of comments on it. Am I gonna win? And it's just no, it was literally, the one that won was, one of the cliche ones making fun of one of the characters, and it's just huh. It was such, and, what's great about it is that, I think this was, back in March, and, the contest was, I don't remember what the date was, but say it was, supposed to end on, April 15th. It was so bad, the fucking thing was just filled with people arguing about that, and then, the comments and a lot of other things were, horrible, too. I was lucky, and I didn't get death threats, but I was told some people got death threats, and, literally they had to fucking, shorten the contest. There was, still a week left, and they literally just shortened it to, the next day, because it was so bad.
So, in short, don't piss off Danganronpa fans, they will kill you.
Yeah, literally, I was literally one of the first people to, basically be hey, guys, why does it matter what people like, you know? I mean, listen, I know I like the degenerate characters, I know, but, why does it matter to you what characters I like? And then basically, after that, everyone just started fucking fighting, and it was so funny. It was, after that, I was ooh.
I feel like one of the few bad fandoms I have been a part of, or at least bad sides of the fandom I've been a part of, is
My Hero Academia.
I've never participated in the bad side of the hero fandom. However, I have seen the real shitty part of the JoJo fandom.
Yeah,
oh god.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, and it's the bad part of the JoJo fandom. There's two brands of it. There's the people who are insanely picky about parts, and you gotta watch them in order, otherwise you and I mean, you can enjoy the part. I don't care if you enjoy the parts out of order. I mean, I got into JoJo because I saw clips of part 3.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone did.
Yeah, but
because part 3 is the funny one.
Part 3 is the funny meme one, haha.
Yeah.
But
I'll be right back.
Part 5 is my favorite.
Part 5.
And I
like part 1.
Yeah.
I like part 1, the only part I saw.
Yeah, but literally every part of there's like this massive part of the fandom, at least in the bad side of the fandom. They're like super sticklers about parts. Like if you see a single clip before you see part 1, you're dead. You're fucked. You're going to Brazil.
Brazil. No.
And then there's like,
then
there are like the people who like get super pissy if like you don't enjoy a certain character. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right, Davin?
Yeah, I was in the JoJo fandom for a long time.
Yeah, like there's like the JoJo fandom. This is gonna be a very, very harsh thing to say, but I think it will be correct, at least from Davin and I's perspective. The JoJo fandom feels like the part of the Danganronpa fandom that kept the bad side, but was still like shit.
I feel like the JoJo fandom, though, at least in my experience, a lot of the good outweighs the bad.
Oh yeah, a lot of the good outweighs the bad, and
I've hardly ever had a bad experience in the JoJo's fandom.
Yeah,
I've been in fandoms for years, like a long time. The worst fandom I can really think about being in, and I don't want to say
besides Danganronpa.
Besides Danganronpa, I've been in a lot of fandoms. I've been in a lot of weird ones too, and there is like I was in like the Dororo fandom for like literally after the anime's been like basically dead for like 10 years. But like one of the worst ones that I can think of, like I was in the Homestuck one, but I wasn't like I wasn't on Tumblr at the time.
Here's also the thing with Homestuck. Homestuck's bad fandom is very vocal, but it's very easy to avoid because it was so big.
It's really easy to avoid. Like most of like the discourse that I had for like the Homestuck fandom came from like people being like, "Oh, you can't do your fan and troll like this because it like violates things, like you can't do certain blood colors and shit." And it's
Buckets.
like you can avoid that.
Buckets.
Like you can avoid the bad side of the fandom, which is can be said for most fandoms. I think like, intrinsically, I think this is also one we all know from experience. And I am gonna get myself killed saying this.
Is it the My Little Pony?
It's not the My Little Pony.
Oh!
I was gonna say, I think one of my least favorite bad sides of fandoms is the Persona fandom. I don't mean the Persona fandom as in, like, the bad side of the Persona fandom where it's, like, super picky about ships, because that's a general thing. I more mean, like, the ones that, like, bully the developer.
You're a dog, Winslow.
What?
Kill Davin!
I'm so sorry, I thought I hit hang up on another call. Oh god, that's gonna happen. That's gonna I'm sorry.
It's not immediately when I killed Davin when I said the Persona fandom.
That's gonna miss No, a friend called me, I thought I hit the hang up button, like the ignore. I entered and all I heard was, "You're a dog, Winslow," and I immediately left and joined. I hope that, you know what, I'm gonna keep that in.
Keep that in!
Did you ruin our recording? If you ruined our recording, I'm gonna
It's fine.
I don't think you ruined the recording,
Okay.
that's perfect.
It'll just
Great.
have a little bit of "You're a dog, Winslow" in it.
Okay, so, like, as I was gonna say, like, okay, I'll talk about this later, but I was gonna say I think the worst one I've been in would be the Hetalia fandom, which
God! Okay, yeah.
We can either get to that now, or we can just talk about the Persona fandom first and then get to that. Okay.
Have you never seen the Hetalia fandom, Davin?
Okay, I'm gonna talk about Hetalia, apparently.
Okay, can I contribute real fast? Because I have, like, minor experience, but I have some experience. So, I'll do a brief summary for the sake of ease. That's also for people who've never seen Hetalia, because it's a really old show. But, well, not really old, but it's old enough for me to, I think, warrant saying this. So, Hetalia is a comedy show that aired and was personifying, like...
it's an anime, by the way.
Yeah, it's an anime. Hetalia personifies countries and people and such. It's like Country Humans before Country Humans became a thing. But, with Hetalia, it was far more rooted in stereotype. Like, far more rooted in stereotype. And some of them were funny. I won't deny that.
Yeah,
I think it's good to take the piss out of, like, America and such. But some of them are
well, I mean, okay, like, also it's like, you gotta remember, like, the creator was Japanese, so it's like, the stereotypes that they used for Japan, it's like, it was written by a Japanese man, so it's like, that's not entirely bad, but some of the other ones are a little...
Yikes.
Yeah.
Hetalia isn't, Hetalia isn't intrinsically a bad show. It's not great, it's not terrible, but I will say that, like, Hetalia as a series has got some very
It's aged
weird.
poorly.
It's aged very, very poorly.
I've never actually heard of Italia.
Like,
Yeah, it's
Italia was funny for the time, I would say, but like with how the world has kind of changed and how much more seriously we take stereotypes, like oh my god.
And here's like my experience in the fandom. A lot of people like the character Germany, which is totally fine. He's a good character, and like the stereotype is just basically that Germans are like really.
Oh, that Italia. Okay.
But like, the problem wasn't entirely with the show. You can debate whether or not it's good or not. It's supposed to be a parody of basically like people in general, and it's like it's not
It's not a Dr. Seuss World War II cartoon, but yeah.
Entirely. But the problem is like it's some of the fandom thought it would be okay when they cosplay the character Germany to cosplay
You want me to say it?
Is it Hitler?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they had straight up Hitler stuff.
Yeah. It was.
And I will say there was probably a good chunk of them who were young kids who didn't realize what the hell they were doing.
Like, definitely. When I was in the fandom, I was like fucking 12 or something like that. 12, 13.
Like, I will say most of the shitty parts of the Italia fandom, at least the vocally bad ones, were either kids being kids and not realizing how bad it was, because you could tell a lot of them, like Italia attracted a very young crowd, which sounds bad out of context, but you get the idea if you've been in the Italia fandom. But like, with the other side of Italia, it's just the bad side of the Italia fandom is fucking scary, man.
So, here's a question for you guys. How can he be the baby when he's a man?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Fucking
Really
Let
fucking...
that sink in for a minute. How can
You
he
see my
fuck
fuck
does he want?
like an anime boy with a gun? I want you to know that gun's pointed right at you.
You see my hands up in the air? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's right.
Oh yeah, we were. Let's go back to the Persona topic real fast.
Oh yeah.
Because
Okay.
this one we all have experience in, so we can talk about this reliably.
If I can, like, my bad experience with the Persona fandom is like dude bros. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where like if you try to insinuate that like like a lot of people call like the Persona 5 protagonist like Akira because that's his manga name, or like Ren or whatever you want to call him.
Akira?
If you try to be
you
like-
dumb fuck.
Shut up! If you try to be like, oh hey, I would have liked it if like I could have romanced Ryuji or romanced Yusuke or romanced like Akechi. This is especially prominent on the Reddit, like on the Persona Reddit. They get very upset about it. They get like very fucking upset. Like I'm not kidding.
Dude, I've been told so many times that
I call Yosuke this, and I'm gonna call some fans of the Persona fandom this. Homophobic homosexuals.
Yeah, no, that's literally
That's literally-
the best, like...
That's like the best way to describe it.
I actually... Okay, here's my deal with Persona, right? I didn't like it for a long time. I started liking it recently. Like, I knew a lot about Persona beforehand, and then I actually played the games. And then I actually started enjoying it. So it was one of the ones where I thought it was going to be really stupid, but I ended up really liking it.
Yeah.
And I have to say, Persona 3 is the worst one. A lot of people like Persona 3, but that's the worst one.
There's also like the toxic gamer TM mindset where it's like if you don't play all the Persona games, you're not a real Persona fan,
Well,
and
guess
it's
who
just like
has
dude,
played all the Persona games?
Yeah, that's what I say. I like.
No, what I mean is that like as someone like I only have played like the 5th game. I've watched the anime for the 4th one, and I've like basically intensely read the shit out of the wiki to understand the basic storyline of the 3rd one so that I can understand. A lot of people will be like, if you don't play all the Persona games, then like you're not a real Persona fan, and it's just like, dude, Persona came out. First off, it came out when I was like what 8.
Yeah.
Second off, like
Oh, Persona 1 was
Second-
like 1999.
Yeah, Persona 1 was super old, and that's just because
Yeah, like-
SMT is an old series.
Yeah.
yeah, like Persona 1 is from like before I was born, and then like even Persona 4 came out when I was like, if I'm doing the math right, like probably a little bit younger than 8 or like around 8.
Yeah.
And it's just like-
originally.
Yeah, and it's on the PS2, and it's like I don't have a PS2. I have a PS3, but I don't have a PS2. Like if I had the, and it's like I know it's on PC now, but I don't have a PC. But it's like if I had the opportunity to play Persona 4 and 3, I would. But like not everyone can play it. you know.
And let me also add in, as somebody who has gotten into Persona through 4, 5, and 3. Mainly 4, actually, not 3. A lot of this is something I noticed, and I think you two can kind of confirm this with me. Like, a lot of people seem to have gotten into Persona through 3 or 5.
Yeah, 3 and 5 I think are the gateway ones.
Persona 4 is yeah, Persona 4 is good, but like the monotony can kind of get.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
grading.
I had first heard of the Persona series from Persona 4. Like, do either of you know about like the there was like two YouTubers and they were called like Two Best Friends?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like I basically watched like the Persona playthrough, and so that's how I found out about Persona. But I
never got into it until you played 5.
Yeah, I basically blanked it out until 5, which was introduced to me by a friend, like literally last year.
Funny enough, with Persona, you two have never played SMT games, correct?
No, actually,
No.
but Nocturne has been on my list for a while.
I remember very vividly. I saw Persona, I saw SMT, because the full title of the games before 5 were Shin Megami Tensei Persona.
Yeah.
And hang on, my notes and stuff today because of allergies, but with Persona, I saw Shin Megami Tensei Persona 4, and I am like, huh, that sounds vaguely familiar. And then I found out I knew about SMT because I saw people talking about Nocturne.
Yeah.
So Nocturne is technically how I got into the series.
Yeah, so I got in through 5, but
yeah.
It's weird because, like I said, I don't like 3. I like 3's story, but the gameplay's horrible.
Yeah,
Well,
3 aged kind of poorly.
Games are like fucking
2000.
It's
3 is still a good.
momentous, but permanent.
3 is still a good game.
Yeah.
Like 3 is still a very good game. I want to make that clear. But also, it's just.
I mean, like, I guess I'm really basic, but I really do like Persona 5. I think that one's like my favorite.
You're not wrong.
Like,
Persona 5 has the best gameplay, I feel. Persona
Yeah,
4 has the best
Oh, yeah.
story. Persona 5 has the best gameplay.
I mean,
Persona 3 has either the best soundtrack or the best atmosphere.
I think it has the best atmosphere because in terms of soundtrack, it is a banger soundtrack. But 4 has more consistent bangers, I feel.
Yeah. And 5 is 5.
I just genuinely really like 5, and I like the theme of the game. Like,
I'm an anarchist, Loki.
Well, yeah, of course. I'm an anarchist, so like, no shit, I'm gonna like it.
But also, it's just an interesting concept to dig into.
Yeah, and it's just really interesting. And I like the concept of like Phantom Thieves and stuff.
Yeah, I just like the murder mystery of Persona 4. And I will say,
Persona 4 is pretty good.
the ending of all the Personas, I think 3 hit the hardest.
Oh, 3 fucking killed me.
Yeah, 3 hit the hardest.
Dude, and this is coming from someone who literally, like, I read the wiki, like, I had to read the wiki to get my summary. I still fucking cried because I was like, what? They just killed like, I'm not kidding you, I fucking cried, and I was like, dude, I'm not even watching or playing the game, and it's like, that's how sad it is.
Yeah.
And then the answer ruined it, but we don't gotta talk about the answer here.
Revolver Jesus. Anyway.
Revolver Jesus. So, good old-fashioned, back to the topic, kinda. So, with the Persona series, like, I feel like people get far too invested in, like, you gotta play all the games to really get it. Which is ridiculous, because I played a bit of 2, I haven't finished it, and I haven't gotten far, because I got a new computer, so I don't have my emulation with me. Because I
would like to play 2. I would like to play 2.
2 is really good. 2 is a good game. 2 is a very good game.
I have heard good things about 2. I haven't played them.
I will say this personally, none of the Persona games, in my opinion, I think are bad. Nor do I think really any of the SMT games are quote-unquote bad. There's a few that you could kind of be like, but at the same time...
What I think is I think, like, Persona games tend, like, they're good, but there's, like, things in them that it's, like, kind of oofy. Like...
this is actually on that topic, because I shifted into this. Remember how I said homophobic homosexuals?
Yeah.
That is literally the entire Persona 4.
Yeah, like, Persona 4 entirely, yeah.
Yeah, I looked into it. Apparently, like, the director, like, they swapped out directors, because that's why Royal feels so different compared to 5.
That's what the issue is, because, like, in Persona 2, it's like, I remember you can, like, romance the one character, I think his name is June, and they just treat it like it's normal. It's, like, a normal thing, but then, like, Persona 4, and it's so heavy on the homophobia, and it's like, I'm talking to someone who watched the anime, it is really heavy, and, like, I think the game...
I'll be honest, it's not as heavy in the game, but Yosuke has like 0 tact.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing though, is that that could have been an interesting storyline because originally Yosuke was supposed to be a love interest, and so like it's like, hey, the reason why he's acting like this to Kanji is because he's denying his true self, basically.
Yeah.
And he's denying that he has feelings for you, and like it's so bad that that's why he picks on Kanji all the time. And it's like that would have been an amazing story and like amazing character development. It's like, oh, this is why he acts like this, is because he's trying to deny his feelings for you and he's trying to deny his true self. But like in the end, you can like I think it's like no matter what, you would help him like accept his true self, whether or not you would choose to romance him or not. But it's like, no, they literally just were like, no, can't have that. That's too gay. And then, not to mention, there's like the constant thing where people are like, no, Kanji's not gay, and it's like, guys, I don't know, man. I don't know, guys.
I don't know, guys. Have you seen the palace?
That's sauna,
Yeah, the sauna. Sorry, not palace. Yeah. Dungeon.
Dungeon, yeah, dungeon.
Ooh. And then, not to mention, like, Chie and Yukio's whole thing was...
The lesbians!
I don't think they had a thing.
It's heavily queer-coded.
She literally calls her knight in shining armor, and it's just like...
It's aggressively queer-coded, but at the same time, like, they just avoid making it actually a thing.
I mean, we can all agree that Teddy's the worst character in the game, right?
Teddy's the worst character.
I like Teddy.
Shut up. Anyway.
I like Teddy, but he's objectively the worst character.
No, Teddy is the worst. He's way too
okay, like, out of, like, the animal mascot characters, like... I mean, I don't know about the dog, but I like the dog, because he's a dog.
Cormac
and I
is
really
heavily doesn't talk.
I guess, like, Teddy would be my least favorite mascot character.
Like, here's the thing about Cormac, he doesn't talk.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I genuinely think that is the best possible thing. And here's my case for this, okay?
Morgana's one of my favorite characters.
I'm not saying, like, Morgana's a bad character.
Lady on!
But,
Lady on! Lady on!
Beyond Lady on thing, that got annoying fast.
I think it's, listen, I like Morgana because Morgana, like, I guess, like, okay, the difference between Teddy and Morgana is that Teddy is, like, kind of like some homeless hobo that you gotta take care of.
Yeah.
So is Morgana.
Well, Morgana makes life easier because they're a cat. Teddy is a horrible-ass person!
But they're
no,
not a cat.
Morgana's different because Morgana's kind of has, like, a big brother role, and it's, like, it's kind of established that you guys kind of have, like, a big, like, a brother relationship. And it's, like, Morgana's a Chad, by the way, because Morgana will see you dating multiple girls and will be like, hey, I ain't saying anything.
I will also point out, well, I think another redeeming quality is Morgana's voice actor, at least, like, until you get used to Teddy. Like, Teddy's voice is a little grating.
Oh yeah, Teddy
at least in my opinion.
So grating. The amount of times I wanted to bang my head against the wall from Teddy's dialogue was... Oh.
His voice actor is good, good, but his voice is grating.
It's just his lines. I hate Teddy. I just hate Teddy.
Are you having a very nice day?
Like, we scored last night. Japan, do you know what the meaning of score is in America?
You stay pounded an enemy!
Yeah. You can do it, Sensei.
I'm so happy. I am so happy Risei takes his role as navigator.
God. Okay.
I'm kind of upset when Futaba took, like, Morgana's role. One, because I wanted to play it with Futaba's persona, and then two, like, I really did like Morgana as a navigator.
Morgana at least provided
Morgana
actually
can get
helpful
one
information.
shot and say, I'll back out. I got what was it?
Morgana is fucking immortal. Yeah. In this thesis, I will.
No, you know what? Navigator that I really like Akechi's Navigator lines because they're so aggressively violent. And, like...
I do like Akechi's, like, post...
Like, when he talks about, like, Oshizawa, he's, like, sort of being nice to her in his own way, or he's sort of being nice to her. But then, like, when he talks to Joker, he just gets really aggressively violent, and it's kind of scary. Or it's, like, he's got, like, the weird mix between, like, the all pompous way that he talks mixed with, like, aggressive violence, and it's so weird, but it's funny.
I'd actually like to retcon my statement before about Persona 4 having one of the more impactful, or is more impactful than 5. I'd say 3 obviously is the most impactful, but Royal's ending with Maruki, that hit me.
That is just...
Like...
But, like, it's it's like especially, it's like, do I want everyone to be happy and to never have gone through the trauma, and do I want, like, okay, spoiler alert, do I want, like, my favorite character to live? Or do I want us all to live in, like, this fucked up, weird reality where, like, one of my friends believes she's a completely different person?
That's the thing, I'm kinda on his theory. I think that he was a good guy.
He has the right idea, but his execution is abhorrently flawed.
Well, that's the whole story, but if no one knows...
Noble intentions, but really shitty idea in, like, full theory.
It's called a messiah complex, yes.
Yeah.
But, like, I think that he was right.
He was correct, in a way, but at the same time, like, Maruki has this, like, he refuses to face the fact that even if reality sucks, there's still good to reality.
Yeah, and it's like, and there's also, like, the fact that it's like the two characters that get the most, like, fucked upness from him are definitely, like, Akechi and, Yoshizawa. Because, like,
we're going
fully spoilers. We have to, like, have a spoiler disclaimer.
Spoiler warning for Royal. Spoiler warning for Royal. It's like, those two are the ones who get, like, the most fucked up part about it. Because it's like, you got one chick who literally believes that she is her sister, which is so messed up. It is so messed up when you, like, at first I was like, oh, that's not that messed up, and then I, like,
think about it, and you're like,
I thought I was my sister. That is so fucking weird and messed up. And then it's like, there's like the debate on whether or not Akechi is actually alive. There's, like, some people who think that he is because of, like, the ending, but some people are not too sure if he is alive or not. So it's like, but, like, no matter what it is, there is, like, a person who believes that they are actually dead, and they are basically aware that they are a cognition. And it's like, it's just so fucked. It is so fucked. Oh my god, like, the psychological horror in Royal is so... It's, like, amazing. It is amazing.
They got psychological horror pretty well. I didn't think that they would go with psychological horror, but honestly, Persona does a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, it was really good. Like, I don't mind the original ending too much. It's like, I get, like, the whole point. It's just, like, you know, it's, like, standing up to, like, basically, like, standing up to control and stuff, and I thought that was really good. But then, it's just, like, but then the royal ending is just so much better. It's so much better.
Well, gentlemen, it is 12:12. We have about 20 minutes left of this podcast. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
We have turned this...
We talked about Persona for,
I was gonna say, we talked about Persona for, like, an entire hour.
Do you want to go into the other topics?
I want to say rare shows we like, because that'll shed some culture.
Okay.
So Monogatari.
I can't think of any rare shows I would like. I mean, I probably have some, but, like, now that it's like, hey, think about the shows that you like, and I'm like, I don't fucking know.
Johnny, thank you for telling me, or introducing me to Monogatari, more or less. I will say, I looked it up in middle school when I was figuring out what the Rai Circulation opening was to, but I never watched it because I thought it sounded super lame.
I spot you.
What song are you singing?
I was trying to sing the Rai Circulation song.
We should end it off.
Yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, so Monogatari is an amazing series. Alright? Right. It has its issues. It has its issues. And I say that if anyone has seen the Monogatari series, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. And, but the overall arcs and the story and the characterization about everything is really well made, and there's a lot of subtle hints. And it is... If you dig deep enough, I think you can find so much meaning in it, and especially in the books. Like, I've been reading through all the light novels. Amazing books, very well written. Though my English teacher would have a heart attack trying to read.
I liked when we read, I liked when we read Grendel.
Monogatari? Grendel, okay, go on. What about you, Johnny? Do you have any obscure, rare shows?
Obscure rare shows. Just not even anime, just in general.
I mean, it's under shows, but it can be anime if you want.
I don't think I have anything really specific to say that isn't, like, slightly known. Mainly because there's a very...
Oh, you know what? I got one. I got one. I don't know how obscure it is, but like at least when me and Hyde found it, it was kind of obscure. It's called like, hold on, what the fuck is it called? It has like a weird name. It has the weirdest. It has like a really weird plot. Not the weirdest plot I've seen to an anime, but a weird plot.
Calling it now Prison School.
No, but I have been thinking about that.
Don't. Save yourself. Actually,
Save yourself.
You know what? Go ahead.
Hold on, there it is. Okay, it's called Ongo.
Oh, Ongo. I've heard of Ongo.
And it has the weirdest plot. There is a detective, and he basically walks around this weird futuristic town, which there was a war that happened a few years ago, and he's a detective, and they walk around the town, or it's a city, and the city still has, like, some of the aftermath from the war. Like, there's still buildings that are all fucked up and shit, and they're basically trying to fix it. Yeah. And he walks around with, like, this kid, and the kid's, like, 14. And he's basically, like, they got, like, this cute, adorable, like, brother-like relationship where he's constantly taking care of him. But, for some reason, if I'm remembering correctly, when the, like, kid starts sensing that something is weird, he turns into, like, a 22-year-old woman.
I think I've read a few dojo... I might have read hentai about it. That might be where the name sounds familiar.
No, we're not. Yep.
I probably...
We're not. We should not take that conversation topic any further.
I have.
We're not. But basically, like, then he is basically able to, like, get the lies out of the person. And I believe they're technically considered the same person. Basically, whatever the kid is, he's like some weird deity, like deity. And basically, he is both of the people, and he shares memories, and it's so fucking weird. And then later on, like, they meet, like, an AI, which they put her in, like, a little girl robot, which is really, really weird. And there's also this... and there's also this chick who, like, her dad's, like, the fucking... he's not, like, a president, but he's, like, a councilman or something. He's, like, some really important guy. And she's always showing up in the episodes, and she's like, what's going on? What's happening? And he's just like, can you go away? I'm kind of in the middle of solving a case right now. And she's like, tell me what's happening. And then her dad is like a total dilf.
What are you talking about?
In terms of real-life human shows, a very good series called Heroes exists, and it was made back in 2005, and it's all about 2005 CGI, and you can tell. It's very dated in terms of special effects.
Honestly, with the name Heroes, it sounds like it.
It's very dated, but it is still very good.
Oh, wait, okay, so... after you're done, Davin, guys, I'll talk about my thing.
You can go ahead.
It's not a show, but it's a movie. Is this allowed?
I don't care.
Go ahead.
We'll stretch our definition a bit. The weirdest thing I have seen that nobody seems to talk about is hackers.
Code Lyoko. Sorry, you brought up hackers. I'm sorry, I don't know why that, like, spun an immediate, like, neuron activation of Code Lyoko.
Okay, so hackers is like an old movie. It's like old.
Yeah. Is that the one where they, like, hack space and time or something?
No,
yeah, and then they go into, like, the space world, and I know about it because it was, like, there was, like, the weird thing where it's, like, when they're in the normal world, they have, like, the 2D animated style, and when they go into,
Code
like...
Lyoko. That's Code Lyoko.
You guys are talking about Code Lyoko, this is not hackers in the slightest.
No, yeah, I'm talking about... I'm trying to talk about hackers.
So, Hackers is this old, like, I think 90s movie, and you can tell it's, like, peak 90s, because they have, like...
I'm looking at it, and, like, literally the fucking... the, like, what do you call it, the cover art literally has, like, a computer with, like, a danger sign with a skull on it.
Yeah, you can tell it's 90s, right?
Oh my god.
So cringe.
I'm gonna have to watch this with my girlfriend.
So,
oh, look at this dad flexing his girlfriend.
You have a boyfriend.
I have a fiance.
Same difference.
It's not the same.
I mean,
Either way, like, Hackers is this old 90s-ish movie about some guy whose hacker name is Zero Cool. His hacker name is literally Zero Cool, and his actual name is Wayne. Sorry, I'm like, as we're talking about this, I'm trying to remember more of this movie because I watched it with my dad. But so this guy who broke governmental computers or something like that at the age of 6, as Zero Cool, goes to New York as Crash Override. And what happens is he uncovers a conspiracy with a bunch of other hacker dudes, and the main villain is called, I don't remember his actual name, but I remember his hacker name is The Plague, and I don't think like they ever actually call him like his real name, except like at the end, where they put him in jail. Like, his name is The Plague, and what happens, his entrance is going into this like super like high-tech, air quotes, tech room with like literally pen and teller pen. Who's sitting at the computer typing. He rides on a skateboard, kicks it up, goes, "Do not fear, I is here." Throws a skateboard to the side.
What the fuck?
And another scene later, because
you think he's a Redditor?
Wayne and the hackers get a floppy disk that has like the big government, like the big conspiracy thing, right? And Wayne gets a copy over because, you know, he's like, "Hey, if you don't give me a copy of the floppy," I said that on impulse.
Give me a copy of the floppy.
Give me a copy of the floppy.
Choppy, toppy, sloppy.
Yeah, but like he's like, "Give me a copy of the disc," and he gives the copy to like The Plague. You can tell I don't even remember his actual name. Just The Plague.
The Plague.
And they go, they bring it back, and the whole plan is to like tip over a business oil rig to make them pay him. Like, the whole plan makes no fucking sense, but it's great.
Okay, but back to Code Lyoko. I'm sorry, but like...
I'm like trying to piece this all together. Alright, Shaggy's in it.
I have a question. Can I mention a movie? It's like related to hackers, but it's a movie that I hate.
What?
Okay, the movie is on Netflix. I think it's a Netflix original. I'm not sure. It's called Anon. It's called Anon. And basically, it's like the classic story. I think it was made in like 2018 or something. It was made like not that long ago. And it's like got the classic story of it's like, oh no, everyone's hooked up to the government now. Oh no. And basically there's like this guy and he's trying to they're trying to catch like this hacker chick, which I don't even know why she was doing the hacking, because I'm not kidding you, this movie is so fucking boring and I hate it. But like, they were trying to find her, and I guess like this guy is like I think he was like a detective or something, and he had like a special software that would let him like access other people's softwares, and then he could see what they were doing and stuff. And they're trying to find this chick, but because she's like a super cool hacker and stuff, you can't find it. They couldn't find her, and then like they were like, oh, we found her, but I gotta go in and I gotta hire her for something. And there's like this really pointless scene where basically he has like sex with this random prostitute, and then he goes to her and it's like, oh, I need your help to get rid of this video with
I literally spaced out for like 5 seconds. What the fuck?
I'm not. No, that was me the whole movie. Like literally, he just went to the fucking hacker chick and he's like, I need you to delete this. I need you to delete my data. And it's like, by the way, like everything that you see is just constantly being recorded. And she's like one of the few people who can actually delete stuff. And he's like, I need you to delete this because like I'm cheating on my wife and I don't want her to find out. But he's lying because he obviously set that all up. But I'm like, if she hacks into his like database, I'm assuming she'd look at more than just like what he told her to. And wouldn't she look at like him setting up this plan? But I think like she had a thing against that, and or it was real. Like I don't know. Like I don't fucking know because the movie didn't explain it. I was like, is it that she has a thing against that and she wouldn't look at his privacy, or will she do it anyways because she's a hacker? And then I don't remember what happened after that because I literally fucking spaced out. And by the way, like the sex scene between him and the prostitute is like, it doesn't need to be there, and it is like way too graphic. And I watched this movie with my dad too.
Nice.
Because it's like, oh, this movie looks good, and then there's just like a random sex scene, so I'm just sitting there right next to my dad, and I'm just like, what the fuck, please, end, and then like...
That happened to me when we were watching Love, Death, and Robots.
Oh my god, I love Death and Robots.
Love, Death, and Robots was a good show.
So
You know that part when they're like the CG people? I know that's very specific, but they're on the ship.
Yeah.
Like the spaceship episode. I can't remember which episode that was. Boy,
was
howdy.
it like
Those were some very well animated scenes. Like, I'm not kidding.
Okay.
It was really well animated. And yeah.
I like the one where they're all robots. Like,
That's
they're all the
very
robots.
specific.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna loop together two of our topics that we were meant to discuss, and then bring it back.
Do you want to talk about childhood stories?
Oh yeah, I was about to say I'm gonna loop together childhood stories and anime we dislike.
Okay.
As a wee little sylph, I watch a show on Cartoon Network called Tenkai Nights.
I think I've heard of that.
The main character, like, not the main character, like, the main rival, I need to fucking remember. I need to look this up. I need to look up Tenkai Nights, hang on, because I know there was a toy brand.
I can tell a childhood story while we wait.
Like,
Childhood.
the designs in general show feel like a discount Bakugan. Look at him. Look at him.
I mean, I actually look
Yeah,
at on,
actually.
like, IKEA Noka, okay.
Yeah,
What?
Man's very generic.
Oh my god, this literally looks like 12-year-old DeviantArt OCs.
Oh my god.
It does.
Right?
Yeah.
It does!
Best part is, I'm gonna be too lazy to edit all that into the podcast. So they're gonna be left.
If you want to see it, you gotta go look it up. You gotta go look it up.
Yeah, go look up Tenkai Nights and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Oh wait, okay, so I'm seeing on the guy's desk there's like a little Lego guy. I'm assuming like this is basically like Bakugan. Basically they put like the little knight guys down and then they turn into knights and then they fight.
No, so basically, do you want to hear this convoluted ass story?
Please, we have
Oh
3
my god.
minutes left.
I'll make this fast. I'll make this as fast as humanly possible.
Speed run.
So Tenkai Nights is about this 4 group of kids. As you can see, you got red, green, yellow, blue. The only good looking character in terms of design is like obviously the edgy rival dude. But they find a thing in like some old dude's house, and it turns out it's a dimensional, like a way to transport to another world where there are the Tenkai Knights, these little minifigures with magic god powers, and like they get thrown into the middle of like some kind of conflict, like a whole like conflict between 2 kingdoms, and it's an isekai plot, but it's like they try to make it a children's plot, but at the same time it's so fucking ridiculous. It's a mech show. It's just basically a mech show.
Gotcha.
I know I sound insane. Somebody who's seen Tenkai Nights in the audience could probably explain it better than I could.
Wait, I have a question. Can you guys hear that I'm playing the Dream speedrun music in the back?
No.
Wait, hold on. What if I?
No. Stop. Copyright. No.
No, copyright. Well,
It's not copyright,
his music is literally copyright free.
Yeah, it's copyright free. So
Unless Dream
himself.
decided to copyright trance music for racing games.
With
Dude,
that
you're gonna
man's
get
ego, he probably will.
Struck by Dream. We're gonna get copyright struck by Dream, and then I'm gonna like print that out and frame that up in my room.
After we end this podcast, I want to show you guys my fighting skills at Persona 4 Ultipex Arena. Okay.
Wait, okay, so like, can I tell, like, as the final, how about we all tell a childhood story?
I can't
one-
think of any. None that I have are gonna be.
I have plenty. I was a very weird child.
I have a great one, and you can tell that I had a great childhood by, the fact that I did a full circle and am now immediately obsessed with Minecraft YouTubers. And of course, if you look at my TikTok, you'll see how cool I am. By the way, you can follow me.
Shut up, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it, don't say it, don't think it.
Don't chill your own TikTok account in the middle of a group podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Where you can see better videos on twitch.tv /
Don't chill your Twitch, Tina!
And if you want to look at my cool art, you can follow me on Twitter
fucking hate it here. Goddamn sellouts!
It's our podcast. You should be allowed to sell out.
Okay.
Okay. I'll tell a childhood story. I'll tell a childhood story.
Tell our childhood stories.
So, when I was in middle school when this happened. You see, I used to have to watch my 2 younger siblings. I have a brother and a sister, and that's all I'm gonna say. And I love them dearly, but we did not get along at all during middle school. I think this might have been going into high school. I'm not sure about the timeline. But what happened is that my brother and sister would argue a lot, and they're both athletes. Well, my sister was an athlete, and my brother is a fucking ultra Hulk. Basically, like, you think of, like, the kid in middle school who, like, punches, like, the fucking loggers and sprays Axe body spray. That's my brother. And... Oh, wait.
You're kind of like...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I had, like, a... Wait, hold on. Give me
a stroke. But you're starting to kind of shift away. Like, you might want to hurry up. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're running overtime here.
Sorry. No, it's okay. I had to mute real quick. Okay, so basically what happened is that they were fighting, and, my sister thought it would be a great idea we had these little, like, spray bottles of bleach, which it was heavily watered down, but there was, like, a little bit of bleach in it, and she kind of sprayed him in the... I'm realizing as I'm telling this story, this might be a really fucked up story.
Yeah!
No, I'm gonna tell the story, okay?
Yeah.
And she sprayed him in the face with it. He didn't get any damage to his eyes. And then he grabbed the knife from the kitchen and chased her, and then... Yeah.
Okay. Wow, great story, Loki. Yeah, solid.
Great story. Can I talk about the time I poured milk into a TV set?
That's fine.
So, I was a very strange child. I did things I didn't even know were humanly possible. But, actually, no, here's another good one. You know VapoRub?
What?
You know VapoRub?
Vicks VapoRub, yeah.
Yeah, Vicks VapoRub, I mean.
For various reasons, yes.
This is mildly concerning. So, I, as a child, managed to get my hands on a container of Vicks VapoRub, and I managed to cover my entire body in it. I think you can tell it was probably not a fun experience. I don't know how.
What is that? What is that?
It's like, you know, like a hot and cold.
Wait, how do you spell it so I can see what this is?
Vicks? V-I-C-K-S?
Shit.
That's how you spell it.
That's a really weird name, and I don't like where this is going.
It's just like heating stuff that you put in your body when you're like sore or something.
It's like icy hot. There you go.
Yeah, it's like icy hot.
Okay, so you literally took this and you just put this all over yourself?
Yes.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
They
I
make
did this
icy hot condoms, so
What?
some people like it.
Dude, they make mint condoms.
Mint.
Yeah, that's the issue. That's the issue.
Alright, so on that topic, we're gonna leave the podcast.
I wanna leave. End the fucking episode.
Okay, we're gonna.
Goodbye. And our suffering, please.
We're ending it off on mint condoms.
On whatever platform this is.
We'll probably put it on YouTube or something.
Yeah, probably. Alright, whatever. This is a disaster. Goodbye.
I'm gonna put it on your mom.
Shut up.